SAFM, South Africa's news and information leader.
Presidency responds to looming deadline on Public Protector report and Kasatu slams Equality Court ruling. Good evening to you. The presidency says President Jacob Zuma will not be haphazard in responding to the Public Protector's reports on lease deals for 2 office buildings for police. Presidential spokesperson Mac Maharaj says Zuma takes the report seriously, which is why he's decided not to take hasty decisions. Public Protector Thuli Madonsela has given President Zuma until today to respond. Madonsela has called on Zuma to take action against the Public Works Minister and the National Police Commissioner. Maharaj says Zuma will make his decision known in due course. Madonsela earlier told the Cape Town Press Club that she had not received a reply from Cabinet and that she would issue a subpoena if it became clear that they didn't want to cooperate. Kasatu's joined the ANC in rally to ANC Youth League President Julius Malema's defence, describing as a gross insult to history an Equality Court ruling that the song with the word "shoot the boer" is discrimination and harmful. Judge Colin Lamont has ruled that the songs boil down to hate speech. Kasatu says the song is part of the history of the struggle and was never meant to be taken literally. The Labour Federation says whether songs are appropriate should be subject to political discussion and not settled in courts. The ANC earlier said it was appalled by the ruling, but would respect the court's judgment. The carnage on South Africa's roads costs the economy 48 billion rand a year. This was revealed by the Transport Minister Spoon Ndebele in a written reply to a parliamentary question. Lyndon Khan has the story.
The minister says there are around 14,000 deaths and more than 50,000 serious injuries as a result of accidents, which place an enormous burden on the healthcare system. Ndebele says one of the key objectives of the department is to halve the number of road fatalities. The minister added that road traffic injuries remain a major public health problem and a leading cause of death, injury and disability around the world. Lyndon Khan, SABC News, Parliament.
Work has not yet resumed at the construction site of the multi-billion rand De Hoop Dam in Limpopo. Workers downed tools last week after accusing management of unfair labour practices. Katleho Nyoni reports.
There is still no construction at the De Hoop Dam in Sekhukhune, Limpopo. About 2,000 workers have downed tools, demanding that a senior manager at the plant be released from his duties. Workers allege that some of their co-workers were fired without reasonable grounds by the manager in question.
Project manager Johan van Niekerk says the strike will have little impact on the March 2013 deadline for the completion of the dam.
I don't think such a big impact. Obviously, it will just mean that we'll have to work a bit harder to make up the lost time. But it's important that we get the people back on site and get working as soon as possible.
Uganda's dropped charges against 5 suspects, including a Kenyan human rights activist accused of involvement in 2010 bombings in the country's capital. However, 14 others will face trial. Sarah Kimani has more.
Human rights campaigner Alamin Kimathi, along with a fellow Kenyan, 2 Ugandans and a Somali national, were released by a Kampala court. Twin suicide bombers struck bars in Kampala, where people had gathered to watch the World Cup final on July 11th last year, killing at least 76 people. Somali's Al-Qaeda-linked Al-Shabaab network claimed responsibility, saying it was in revenge for Ugandan military involvement in the African Union's force protecting the Western-backed Somali government. Kimathi was arrested in September last year while in Kampala to hear cases against Kenyan suspects in the bombing, and rights groups have repeatedly called for his release.
The top story at 8 o'clock. The presidency says President Jacob Zuma will not be haphazard in responding to the Public Protector's reports on lease deals for 2 office buildings for police. Presidential spokesperson Mac Maharaj says Zuma takes the report seriously, which is why he's decided not to take hasty decisions. Public Protector Thuli Madonsela has given President Jacob Zuma until today to respond. And remember, for more news on your mobile phone, you can go to www.sabcmobile, that's one word, .co.za/news.